Is your spirit heavy, burdened by unseen struggles that whisper doubts in the quiet hours of the night? Do you feel an ache for something more, a sense that there's a deeper purpose unfolding, yet it remains just beyond your grasp? Perhaps you've found yourself questioning everything you once believed, adrift in a sea of confusion, wondering if your faith, or even your very being, is being tested in ways you don't understand. This feeling, this profound unease mixed with a persistent longing, is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful indicator that something extraordinary is happening within you. You might be experiencing a spiritual awakening, a profound transformation that reshapes your perception of reality, redefines your purpose, and aligns you with the divine truth. Many call this the journey of the chosen one, not in an exclusive sense, but in the recognition that each soul is divinely appointed for a unique path. A path of awakening and profound growth. Think of it like a seed buried deep in the earth. For a time, it lies dormant, hidden from the light, feeling the pressure of the soil above. It might experience moments of intense darkness and crushing weight, but within that darkness, an unseen force is at work, preparing it for an emergence. The seed doesn't know it's meant to become a towering tree, but the impulse to grow, to reach for the sun, is inherent within its very core. Similarly, our souls, often buried under layers of societal expectations, past hurts, and limiting beliefs, carry an inherent impulse towards awakening. The confusion, the pain, the emotional turmoil you might be experiencing are not roadblocks, but rather the very forces that are breaking down the old structures, creating space for the new to blossom. The path of awakening often feels like a wilderness journey, much like the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years before reaching the promised land. Deuteronomy 8:2. They faced hunger, thirst, and doubt, but it was through these trials that their faith was forged, and they came to truly know God's provision. Your current struggles, whether they are emotional, financial, relational, or a deep spiritual unrest, are part of this sacred journey. They are precisely what's needed to strip away what no longer serves you, to refine your spirit, and to prepare you for the magnificent unfolding of your true self. This message is for you, right here, right now. It's an invitation to lean into these feelings, to understand their profound significance, and to recognize the signs that you are indeed on the cusp of a powerful spiritual awakening. It offers not just insight, but profound hope for the glorious transformation that awaits. Before we delve into the 13 powerful signs that illuminate this journey, I invite you to take 3 simple yet significant actions to deepen your connection with this message and with your own path. First, like this video if these words resonate with the truth deep within your soul. Second, leave a comment below sharing one struggle you've faced that you now see as a potential catalyst for growth. Your shared experiences can be a beacon of light for others. And third, subscribe to the Book of Wisdom channel to continue receiving messages that nourish your spirit and guide you on your sacred journey. These actions are more than just clicks. They are declarations, small steps of engagement that open your heart to receive the wisdom that is meant for you. Have you ever felt truly lost, as if the very ground beneath you had crumbled away, leaving you suspended in a void of uncertainty? This profound sense of disorientation is often the raw, visceral beginning of an unacknowledged spiritual awakening. Consider the story of Job, a righteous man who lost everything: his wealth, his children, his health, in a series of unfathomable calamities. Book of Job. He was left with nothing but his pain and the questioning voices of his friends, who sought to rationalize his suffering. Job, at his lowest, cried out, "Why did I not perish at birth, come forth from the womb and expire?" Job 3:11. His despair was absolute, a chilling reflection of the deepest human suffering. Many of us, at some point, experience our own Job moments. Perhaps it's the crushing weight of financial ruin, where the stability you once knew vanishes, leaving you staring at an empty bank account and mounting bills. The stress gnaws at your insides, stealing your sleep and clouding your every thought. Or it could be the insidious grip of addiction, a relentless cycle that promises escape but delivers only deeper bondage, leaving you feeling powerless and ashamed. You might wake each day with the intention to break free, only to find yourself ensnared once more, the promises you made to yourself dissolving like smoke. The emotional toll of addiction is immense, isolating individuals from their loved ones and from their own sense of self-worth. It's a profound spiritual struggle, where the spirit feels trapped and diminished. Then there's the searing pain of betrayal, a wound inflicted by someone you trusted implicitly. Whether it's a partner, a friend, or a family member, the shattering of that trust leaves you feeling raw, exposed, and questioning the very nature of human connection. The confusion can be paralyzing. How could this happen? What did I miss? Was I truly so blind? This betrayal can manifest as infidelity, a broken business partnership, or the casual discarding of a long-standing friendship. The emotional despair that follows can be profound, leading to a deep sense of loneliness and isolation. Or consider the silent suffering of deep emotional despair, a pervasive sadness that blankets everything, making even simple tasks feel monumental. This isn't just a bad day, it's a profound weariness of the soul, a feeling that joy is a distant memory and peace is an unattainable myth. It can arise from chronic anxiety, unresolved trauma, or a persistent sense of meaninglessness. You might go through the motions of life, smiling when expected, but inside, a storm rages, threatening to consume you. This internal conflict, this battle against an unseen foe, is draining, impacting your mental clarity and inner peace, leaving you perpetually exhausted. These experiences, as agonizing as they are, serve a profound spiritual purpose. They are the crucible in which the old self is broken down, making way for the new, just as a sculptor chips away at stone to reveal the form within. So to do these struggles chip away at our illusions, our attachments, and our false identities. They force us to confront our vulnerabilities, to question our assumptions, and to seek answers beyond the material realm. It is in these moments of profound hardship that the soul often begins its journey of awakening. Even when the mind is consumed by pain, this is the fertile ground where faith, however small, can begin to take root. In the abyss of struggle, when all seems lost, there often emerges a faint, almost imperceptible whisper, a tiny spark of hope that refuses to be extinguished. This is the moment when faith, even in its embryonic stage, begins to emerge. It's not a sudden, blinding revelation, but a subtle shift, a quiet stirring within the soul. Like the first tentative shoots breaking through hard ground after a long winter. Think of the prophet Elijah, who, after a triumphant victory against the prophets of Baal, found himself fleeing for his life and in deep despair. 1 Kings 19. He lay under a juniper tree, wishing for death. But even in his utter desolation, God sustained him, sending an angel with food and water, and later revealing himself not in a mighty wind or an earthquake, but in a gentle whisper. 1 Kings 19:12. Our protagonists, whether fictionalized or a reflection of our own experiences, often encounter this critical moment of change when faith begins to emerge. In the midst of the deepest financial ruin, a small, irrational thought might surface. What if there's a way out? Amidst the relentless grip of addiction, a flicker of desire for genuine freedom might ignite, a longing for something beyond the next fix. Following the devastation of betrayal, a quiet resolve might form. I will not let this define me. I will find healing. And within the suffocating blanket of emotional despair, a tiny yearning for peace, for meaning, might stir from the depths. This initial spark of faith is often fragile, easily overshadowed by the persistent doubts and the overwhelming circumstances. The struggle to believe, even when outward conditions remain unchanged, is immense. The mind, accustomed to seeing only what is visible, resists the invisible power of faith. "How can I believe when I see no evidence?" it protests. Yet, it is precisely in this tension between what is seen and what is hoped for that faith grows. It's like a tiny plant pushing against a heavy rock. The very resistance strengthens its stem. This burgeoning faith, even when it feels small, is the inner strength that allows one to press on. It's not about ignoring the pain or pretending the difficulties don't exist. Instead, it's about acknowledging the reality of the struggle, while simultaneously holding on to the possibility of something more. This is why the Apostle Paul, writing from prison, could declare, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." to Corinthians 4:2-8-9. His faith, forged in adversity, allowed him to see beyond his immediate circumstances. The power of faith begins to transform perspective, albeit gradually. The focus shifts, however subtly, from the overwhelming nature of the problem to the potential for a solution, or at least for endurance. The constant internal dialogue of despair might be punctuated by moments of quiet prayer, a spontaneous turning to a higher power, or a sudden, intuitive knowing that there is a purpose to the pain. It's a subtle recalibration, providing a nascent sense of purpose and a fragile hope despite the challenging circumstances. This is not about denying reality, but about perceiving a deeper reality at play, one guided by divine intention. This emerging faith is the quiet architect, meticulously laying the foundation for the breakthrough that is to come. The journey from the faint whisper of hope to a tangible shift is a testament to the transformative power of faith. This is the moment of breakthrough, where the unseen work of the Spirit begins to manifest in the tangible world. It's not always a dramatic, instantaneous miracle, but often a series of synchronistic events, a sudden clarity, or an unexpected opportunity that feels divinely orchestrated. Think of the feeding of the 5,000, Matthew 14:13-21. The disciples had only 5 loaves, and to fish, a seemingly insignificant amount in the face of such a vast crowd. Yet, when presented to Jesus with faith, it multiplied abundantly, far exceeding their expectations. This illustrates how God's timing is perfect, often defying human logic, and how seemingly impossible situations can transform through faith. For the individual who has been grappling with financial ruin, this breakthrough might appear as an unexpected blessing, a long-lost debt suddenly repaid, a new job offer that comes out of the blue, or an innovative idea that sparks a successful venture. It's not just luck. It feels like a direct answer to persistent prayers and unwavering trust. The shift in mindset, cultivated through the nascent faith, allows one to recognize and seize these opportunities that might have been overlooked. In the depths of despair, they see not just a job, but a path to stability, not just an idea, but a divine inspiration. In the grip of addiction, the breakthrough might manifest as a profound shift in mindset, a sudden, undeniable clarity that breaks the cycle of craving and surrender. This could be triggered by a rock-bottom moment, a powerful spiritual experience, or the unwavering support of a community of faith. The individual finds an inner strength they didn't know they possessed, a resolute no to the addictive impulse. This isn't just willpower. It's a divine empowerment, a liberation of the spirit that allows for genuine healing and recovery. The chains of addiction, which once felt unbreakable, begin to loosen, revealing a path to sobriety and wholeness when recovering from the pain of betrayal. The breakthrough might involve a new opportunity that opens up, perhaps a chance to forge new, healthier relationships, or a professional opportunity that allows one to thrive independently. It could also be the profound realization that forgiveness, not for the betrayer's sake, but for one's own peace, is the path to freedom. The emotional realization that faith was the key all along washes over the individual like a cleansing wave. They understand that their perseverance, their willingness to trust in a higher power even when the human world failed them, has led them to this point of transformation. This realization brings not only relief, but also a profound sense of gratitude and empowerment. This is where the concept of the chosen one truly resonates. It's not about being selected for an easy path, but for a path that, through its challenges, leads to profound growth and impact, just as Joseph, sold into slavery and imprisoned, ultimately rose to power in Egypt, saving his family and an entire nation from famine. Genesis 37-50. His trials were not punishments, but preparations. The challenges faced were precisely what forged his character and positioned him for his divine purpose. The protagonist, having navigated the storm with unwavering trust, begins to see that their journey, with all its hardship, has brought them closer to their true purpose and a renewed sense of hope. The seemingly impossible now feels not just possible, but divinely ordained. This breakthrough is a powerful affirmation that their faith was not in vain, and that a benevolent force has been guiding them all along. Emerging from the crucible of struggle, the protagonist is not merely healed, but transformed. They stand renewed, imbued with a newfound strength, profound wisdom, and an unwavering sense of purpose. This is the promised land after the wilderness, the dawn after the darkest night. Their life, once marred by pain and confusion, now radiates with the light of divine alignment. Consider the transformation of Saul into Paul, a persecutor of Christians who, after a blinding encounter with Jesus, became one of the most zealous apostles. Acts 9. His life was utterly reoriented, his past struggles becoming the very foundation for his powerful ministry for those who endured financial ruin. The transformation isn't just about recovering wealth. It's about a deeper understanding of true prosperity. They might have found financial stability, but more importantly, they've cultivated resilience, learned invaluable lessons about resourcefulness, and discovered a profound trust in divine provision beyond material accumulation. They might even feel called to help others navigate similar financial challenges, turning their past pain into a source of compassionate service. Individuals who battled addiction now stand as testaments to the power of deliverance. Their emotional healing is palpable, a vibrant inner peace that replaces the previous turmoil. They have found sobriety, but also a deeper connection to their spirit, a freedom that transcends the absence of the substance. Their purpose often becomes clear: to share their story, to guide others out of the darkness of addiction, embodying the biblical principle of turning trials into triumphs. Romans 8:28. Their past struggles become a powerful testimony, a beacon of hope for those still lost, for those who navigated the pain of betrayal. Their transformation manifests as a profound, deeper spiritual connection. They have learned the power of forgiveness, the importance of setting healthy boundaries, and the profound strength that comes from relying on a higher power. Rather than solely on human relationships, their purpose might involve advocating for others, fostering communities of trust, or simply living a life that embodies resilience and grace. They understand that while human relationships can wound, the divine connection is unwavering and ultimately heals all brokenness. The core of this transformation lies in their unwavering trust in God. It was this faith, cultivated through the trials, that provided the inner compass and the unwavering strength to navigate the storm. Their newfound alignment with their true purpose is not a choice they made in a moment of clarity. It's a destiny they stepped into through their journey of surrender and perseverance. This is the essence of being a chosen one, not chosen for ease, but chosen to endure, to grow, and to ultimately embody a powerful truth that serves humanity. This journey is not unique to a select few. It is an invitation for all. I urge you to embrace your own journey, no matter how challenging it may seem. Every obstacle, every moment of confusion, every tear shed, is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your spiritual awakening. Just as the psalmist declared, "Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." Psalm 30:5. Your struggles are temporary, and the dawn of your purpose awaits. Remember, you, too, can experience this profound transformation. Your story, your unique path, is part of the divine tapestry, and by holding onto your faith, by trusting the process, you will discover the remarkable strength and purpose that lie within you, waiting to be fully awakened and expressed. The profound narrative of moving from confusion and pain to clarity and purpose reaffirms a timeless truth. No matter the depth of your struggle, unwavering faith in God will invariably lead to breakthroughs, profound inner peace, and the discovery of your true purpose. This isn't a theoretical concept. It's a lived reality for countless individuals throughout history and in the present day. Consider the words of Jesus himself. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11:24. This emphasizes the active, transformative power of belief. The journey may have been arduous, filled with moments where despair seemed to win. You might have questioned everything, felt utterly alone, and wondered if the light would ever return. But it is precisely in those moments of deepest darkness that faith, like a tiny seed, can begin to sprout. It's the persistent, quiet voice that reminds you to take one more step, to utter one more prayer, to hold onto one more sliver of hope. That steadfastness, that refusal to completely surrender to the darkness, is the very essence of spiritual awakening. It's the divine within you, pushing through the illusions and leading you towards the light. I implore you to hold on to your faith. In a world that often celebrates immediate gratification and visible results, the spiritual journey often demands patience and trust in the unseen. Keep moving forward, even when the path is obscured, even when the progress feels incremental. Trust that God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, sustaining you, and preparing you for what is to come. His presence is not always a thunderous roar. Sometimes it's the gentle whisper, the intuitive nudge, the unexpected kindness from a stranger, or the quiet strength that rises within you when you thought you had none left. This message is more than just a story. It's a mirror reflecting your own potential for transformation. You are capable of overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Your challenges are not roadblocks but divine detours, leading you to a deeper understanding of your strength and purpose. The very struggles you face are refining you, preparing you, and aligning you with the magnificent destiny that awaits. So, I challenge you now, at this very moment, to take a tangible step of faith, whether it's through a heartfelt prayer, a silent declaration of trust in God's plan for your life, or taking a practical step toward a change you know you need to make. Act on this inspiration. Perhaps it's finally seeking help for an addiction, making that difficult but necessary financial decision, extending forgiveness to someone who hurt you, or simply committing to 5 minutes of quiet reflection each day. Reflect on the message we've shared, allow it to penetrate your heart, and apply it to your own unique life. Believe, truly believe, that no matter the obstacles, your unwavering faith will carry you through. Remember, God is always at work, even in the most difficult and seemingly hopeless times. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a co-creator with the divine, and you have the power, through faith, to overcome, to heal, and to step fully into the incredible purpose for which you were chosen. If this message has resonated with you, if it has stirred something deep within your soul, Please like this video to help us spread this message of hope and awakening. Comment below with a single word or phrase that captures what you're feeling right now, or one way you're committing to take a step of faith this week. Your engagement fuels this community. And finally, subscribe to the Book of Wisdom channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future wisdom that can guide you on your continued spiritual journey. Thank you for being here, for your open heart, and for embarking on this incredible path of awakening with us.